Yo, what is going on, guys? It's TSGG over here, and today I'm going to be doing a Diarbbitmon deck profile. Yes, finally I'm going to be doing a green deck this time. If you guys didn't know, this is my very first green deck after playing 2 years of this TCG. Like, I have never built a green deck because I wasn't interested in any of the Capitary Mons, any of the... Because I'm not saying that I don't like bugs at all. It's just that their playstyles just don't really seem that interesting. I did not expect Angoramon to have this cool of a mega. Like, his design is so well done. Even in the anime, it was really majestic. And not only that, I just fell in love with the playstyle of like just swinging into my opponent's Digimon and just to be able to reactivate it at the end of the turn. You guys will know what I'm talking about when I go through this deck profile. And yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys what I run. So for the Tamers, I run 4 copies of the Bossomon and then 1 copy of the another Bossomon. So this Bossomon is from BT10, and then this Bossomon is from the Reboot Booster 1. So for this Bossomon, it just gets 1k if you rested any Digimon with any effect. And for this Bossomon, your opponent has to have no rested Digimon for it to get 1k. And pretty much just there for the extra 1k buff, and not really much to go there. But if I were to replace these eggs, it would probably be Gummimon from EXO2, the Diarbbitmon one, where I can just draw a card if I rested my opponent's Digimon. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Tamers. So for the rookies, I run 4 copies of the Reboot Boosters Angoramon, 4 copies of the BT10's Angoramon, and last but not least, the promo Angoramon that comes along with that Ruli Tamer. So for this Angoramon, you'll be able to just search for any Angoramon in its text and a Ruli Tamer, and add both of them to your hand. And this Angoramon search is kind of unique compared to the others because instead of searching for the name, you search for any card that has Angoramon in their text. So what that means is any effects that got Angoramon in their text, you can just immediately add to your hand. So it can be search itself technically. And it's inheritable skill to just get that extra 1k, but instead of activating on your turn like Bossomon, it activates on both players' turns, which is pretty handy, to be fair. And then for the other rookie, the BT10's rookie, to just draw a card if you play any green Tamers during your turn, and to be able to draw a card if you rested your opponent's Digimon, which is pretty good actually. And last but not least, for the promo Angoramon, it doesn't really have a main effect, but then its inheritable skill is pretty good. You'll be able to just gain 1 memory if you have a Ruli on the board when you attack. So yeah, that extra 1 memory it helps this deck a lot, and I'm going to be talking about why later. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the rookies. And then for the champions, I run 4 copies of the Reboot Booster 1, this Simba Angoramon, 4 copies of the BT10 Simba Angoramon, and for now I'm running 4 copies of the EXO2's Gargomon. When the new booster comes out for the Royal Knights, I'm going to replace that with the Simba Angoramon, which I'm going to pop on the screen right here. That one has jamming, and its inheritable is pretty good as well. And let's talk about this Simba Angoramon first. And for this Simba Angoramon, just be able to play Ruli, just like any other generic champions that we've gotten for the BT12, where you can just play Tamer's name if you don't have that Tamer on the board. And its inheritable is the exact same as the Angoramon from the Reboot Booster. And for the other Angoramon, this BT10's Angoramon, it doesn't have a main effect, but it's inheritable to be able to just gain off a memory if your opponent is rested. If your opponent's Digimon rested, is pretty good. The requirement is exactly the same as the BT10's Angoramon, but instead of drawing a card, you gain a memory. And last but not least, for the EXO2's Gargomon, the reason why I run this Gargomon for now is because it's got the beast in its traits, so therefore it procs off with the Ruli from the Reboot Booster, which I'll be talking about her skill later. And to be able to Digivolve or reduce Digivolve for 1 is pretty good with its main skill, as long as you have a green Tamer on the board. And to be able to get 2k if you rest your opponent's Digimon is pretty handy as well, because this deck needs your Digimons to be beefy so that you can swing over them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the rookies. And then for the ultimates, I run 4 copies of the Reboot Boosters Diarbbitmon, and 4 copies of the... So for this Diarbbitmon, to be able to give itself piercing and to be able to rest your opponent's Digimon if it has Angoramon in its text, which it technically does by its own skill, and to be able to mill off your opponent's security if you delete any of your opponent's Digimon by battle is pretty nifty as well. I currently run this Lamotamon for now, but with BT13 coming out very soon, I'm going to be replacing this Lamotamon for that Warp Digivolving Lamotamon. So that Lamotamon is able to help me Warp Digivolve from an Angoramon, and by placing any Shinba Angoramons from my source, any of these three, and this is the jamming one, just treat this one as jamming, any of these three into the source, to the Angoramon, just straight up Warp Digivolve into it. So yeah, for now I'm just running this Lamotamon, and to be able to just rest your opponent's Digimon is pretty nice as well. And if you delete your opponent's Digimon, you can unsuspend it, but however, if you attack without a Tamer, you lose 2 memory. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my ultimates. And then for the Megas, I run 4 copies of the Reboot Boosters' Diarbbitmon and 2 copies of the Shonen Jumps' Diarbbitmon. So for this Diarbbitmon, it already has block on its own, and to be able to suspend your opponent's Digimon, and if your opponent doesn't have any suspended Digimon in play, you gain 1 memory. It activates both attack and on evil, so you can technically get 2 memory if both effects proc off at the same time. And the reason why it will proc off at the same time is because of its other skill is at the end of your turn, you can choose whatever Digimon with Angoramon is text, and it may attack your opponent's Digimon. So technically it already has Angoramon in its text by its own skill, so you can just choose itself and just boom, swing over your opponent's Digimon, because this deck really plays on having big numbers with the inheritables of from the rookies to the ultimates. It's just pretty nice. And yeah, and for the Shonen Jumps' Diarbbitmon, I was actually debating on running 3 of each, but then this Shonen Jumps' Diarbbitmon doesn't really come as handy as this one, because this Diarbbitmon is able to swing at your end of your turn, so that's pretty nice compared to this one. But its skill is pretty good as well, to be able to just rest 2 of your opponent's Digimon when Evo, and once per turn, if your Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon by battle, if that Digimon has Angoramon in its source, you may unsuspend one of your Digimon. So it's pretty handy. But however, if I were to compare these two, I would still prefer the boosters Diarbbitmon rather than the Shonen Jump one, but still I love these both so much, as both of their artworks are just hella insane. But yeah, this one just looks so much cooler. And yeah, that's it for Megas. And for Tamers, I run 4 copies of the Reboot Boosters Ruli, 2 copies of the Promo Lulis, and then last but not least 2 copies of the booster ones is Mimi's. But as you guys can see, it's like foil. This is basically from the Reboot Boosters' reprint, and Mimi is also one of them, so therefore it's kind of foily. And yeah, so for this Ruli, the Reboot Boosters Ruli, to be able to just reduce Digivolution costs if you evolve into a beast in its trait, and it also has the end of turn skill to be able to unsuspend one of your Digimon with Angoramon in its text, and just the security effect is very generic, just to be able to on-play this when you checked into security. And then for the Promo Lulis, just to be able to give your Angoramon in its evolution source 3k power, so it just buffs up the Angoramons even more, or the Diarbbitmons even more, to be able to swing every opponent's Digimon and just go and just trample over them, and to be able to mill your opponent's security with the inheritable of both of the Reboot Booster and the BT13's Lamotamon. And if you digivolve onto this Lamotamon before you evolve into Diarbbitmon, you may also have piercing. So you will also have piercing. So therefore, yeah, it's like 2 birds with 1 stone, literally. And last but not least, I run 2 copies of that Mimi to be able to just get that extra memory resetter for extra more consistency, and to be able to just rest as Tamer, hatch another egg if I have a level 5 or higher on the board. And if I have 2 of these, I'm able to hatch and bring out a whole new Digimon on the board. So therefore, yeah, Mimi is pretty handy, and every single green deck definitely needs like Mimi's in their arsenal. And last but not least, I run 4 copies of Green Memory Boost. Honestly, this deck is mainly for fun. It's not really like a tournament deck, so therefore I just want this deck to perform as consistently as possible. So therefore I'm only running cards that can help me search off my pieces. So therefore, yeah, I only run Green Memory Boost at the moment. I used to run this cost 2 option card that it has like Angoramon flying around. I forgot what's the name, but at the same but then for me to run those option cards, I had to sacrifice 2 slots, so therefore I chose to took out 2 champions, and goddamn, it was the biggest mistake of my life. But anyways, yeah, green memory boost is basically the same as every other color memory boost, just to be able to slap it down, check top 4 cards of your deck, search for any green Digimon, add to your hand, and then have the delay effect of getting to memory, and security effect just to be able to on-put on the board. So yeah, not really much to say about memory boost there, except for the art is really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the option cards. And thank you guys so much for watching this deck profile. I'm so sorry if this deck profile felt a bit rushed, because I'm working with a very tight schedule here, so I'm trying to pump out as much content for you guys as much as possible. But don't worry, there'll definitely be gameplays of this deck very soon coming up, and definitely with the BT13's cards that I just mentioned about and I just showed on the screen. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys how this deck performs against other decks. And thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you guys very soon with more content coming up. And have a nice day. Peace.